Can you just talk about the toughness from this past weekend? Obviously, back-to-back 5-set matches.
Yeah, I thought we got a lot of volleyball in. Yeah, Stanford's a really good team, and I thought they were too tough for us in the beginning. But I liked our response, and I thought third and fourth sets were some of the best volleyball we played, ever at Oregon. I thought we were, pretty phenomenal in a lot of different areas, and really dictated, I thought, the pace of play, dictated what we wanted to do to them and put them on their heels, which, it's hard to do against a team as talented as them. So that was really exciting to see. And then the fifth, we were point for point, and we had our chances, and we weren't able to finish it off. So again, hopefully, learning lessons again, and we got to start off better, to give ourselves a better chance. And then I thought against Cal, Cal was a really tough serving team, and they picked up a lot of balls on defense, and that frustrated us. And I don't think we matched the same energy level as we did, on Thursday night against Stanford. And but we were able to fight it off and figure out enough to be victorious.
The level of play in the third and fourth set against Stanford, obviously, as you get later in the year, you want to see that at this time, but easier said than done. But how repeatable, obviously, does it need to be, but can it be for your group?
Yeah, I think we can even play longer stretches than what we did there. Again, I think the team or individuals are seeing, what they need to do as far as, how they fit into where we're going to be successful. And then we just need to execute a little bit better. Again, I still think sometimes we try to do too much with the ball. And again, against other, really talented teams like Stanford, I feel like, again, we've given them too much credit. And you just kind of create this monster in your head. So I just want us to go play our game, trust how good that we are, and do that from the start. And I think it would be interesting to get in a real battle, point for point in the beginning and see kind of where it takes us. So I think a lot of it for us is in between the ears. And hopefully, we're learning those lessons in enough time.
Morgan obviously had a big weekend. Just how has she progressed throughout her career to be at this point where she is now?
I was really proud of Morgan in that match. She was probably the best attacker on the floor, and when those two teams are together, that's saying something. That's a big deal. So I thought her shot selection, I thought where she was, talking about in between the ears, I thought she was really dialed in. Just made great choices. Was trusting her reads. She's so physical. She's higher than every block she plays in front of, and that's a really big block. At Stanford, and she's just able to move that ball around, more here recently, and that's a really important thing for us. When she's able to score when everybody knows the ball's going to her, we need that. We need that from her. We need that from a few others. But if she can continue to do that for us, then that's a big answer.
What do you think the stakes are for you guys going into this road trip to Arizona?
Well, I still think we are in the mix for a top 4 seed. I think some things now, it's not totally in our control probably. I think some things have to go our way. But most importantly for us is we just want to be playing our best. And again, I think there's areas of our game that we definitely have to improve upon to be more repeatable. And we're working on it in practice, and I like the response today in practice, and hopefully that carries over to the weekend. Arizona State, the only time we've been swept in the last 2 years is against Arizona State at home. So, hopefully we're very motivated, to do better against them and make some adjustments there, to kind of get that taste out of our mouth against them. But I think we can play our best ball at the end, and we have the shot to play at home for a few weekends, which we've never had as a program. I think that's pretty neat.
Some of the things that you didn't do in that match against them last time, do you feel like you've improved? You've made strides in any of those areas? Yeah, I mean, part of it, is their speed of play. They play faster than any other team that we've seen. They controlled the ball really well. We had a really hard time getting them uncomfortable, but it was our offense. We did okay defensively against them, but we just didn't score. We were really out of sync, out of rhythm against them. So, we don't need to play as fast as them. I think we play plenty fast. So I think just try not to get caught up in their pace of play and just kind of stay in our own rhythm. So that I think will be our battle is, can we just continue to play our game and not get caught up in what they're doing? How much of a challenge is that when another team is setting the tempo that way, to just not get caught up and say, okay, yeah, let's go fast?
It is. It's actually, I think what we do to a lot of people, I think it flusters them. They try to do what we're doing, and then all of a sudden, that's not what they're good at. And so I think we can kind of mess with them. So a little bit of a taste of our own medicine when we played them last time. So again, I always think we do a good job the second time around, after scouting and being able to see kind of what other teams have done against us and what we can do differently, seeing the film. I think we're a tough team to beat the second time. So I think we will do a better job of handling that pressure this time around.
When you're playing a team that plays so fast, what are some of the little details that become just that more important?
Athletic position and prep. So for us, like in transition or transition defense or transition offense, keeping our athletic position, not leaning, not getting off balance, things like that, because that's where the sloppy play, the lack of ball control can come from. And I thought we had a ton of those in that match, which generally we're a very good ball control team. So not getting caught up in that and just, it's like the same at the end of the Cal match. I was just saying to the team, like, breathe and bend and communicate. Like, it comes down to kind of back to basics a little bit when you're doing stuff like that. So for us, if we can just handle our body position and our mental state a little bit better, then I think we'll handle the pressure better.
Are you guys planning on going to the football game on Saturday at all?
I don't think we're going to be able to do football. We're going to go basketball tomorrow night. Football, I think we have to get down to Tucson. But I mean, we'll listen to the game our whole drive, so we're excited to listen to them win as we make that drive. But what a cool weekend for Oregon fans, women's basketball, us, 2 matches and football in between. And let's see if we can all take it home and take over Arizona. It'd be awesome.
Sorry to ask, Matt. All right, even if the top 4 is out, how critical is this, especially ASU, to our top 8 still matters?
Oh, yeah.
The hosting components of it that are still there, that there's still stakes here, that even if the top goal is off, fine, but there's still a lot of other things still in play. Yeah, I mean,
biggest thing for us with anything is that we're playing our best. So for us, can we continue to work on the things we need to work on? We have to become a better volleyball team here in the next 2 weeks, by the time playoffs start. And there's things that we need to work on to do that, again, just more consistently. I do think top 4 is still in play. But we have to do our part, and that goes back to what I said first. We have to play our best volleyball because we have really good competition here these next 2 weeks. So, we'll see if we can be, playing our best at the end, and then, we will need some help now. It's probably out of our control, but we're going to need some help. So, we'll kind of see where that goes.
How big is the serve receive in this match? I remember the first time through, Arizona State served exceptionally well.
Yeah, I think always. I think, we made some adjustments with going with the 2-person with Gabby and Georgia in those 3 rotations. I think that's been really good for us. I think it's freed up Mimi a little bit more too, which I think has been good. And then Daly McClellan has been fantastic. Since going back in there, she's been passing nails. I think teams stopped serving her, which that's a huge credit to her. It's really hard throughout the season when, you kind of get in your head, to bounce back. And I think she's just done an amazing job. So that's a huge answer for us. We talked about Morgan's a big answer for us. Gabby and Georgia being able to handle the serve receive pressure with 2-person is a huge answer for us. So we're starting to figure out some of those nuanced things that we're going to need at the end. So we just need to continue to be there.